Ginger. And ginger, you'll see that it's in the flu bomb. It's a heating herb. If someone has been out shoveling snow and they come in and they're extremely cold, give them a cup of hot ginger tea. And you will see that they will warm up quite quickly. So you can use ginger internally and you can use it externally.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill is a renowned advocate of natural remedies, emphasizing the powerful medicinal properties of various herbs and natural foods. Among the various natural remedies it promotes, ginger occupies a particularly special place. Known for its potent health benefits, ginger has been used in traditional medicine for centuries. What is fascinating is that Dr. Barbara O'Neill reveals a series of ginger secrets that make it a natural remedy so effective that it cures many diseases. So, in today's video, we will discover the powerful benefits of ginger that doctors don't tell you about.
So first of all, we'll look at it internally. Internally, you can grate it on this little fine grater, probably about a teaspoon, and you pour a cup of boiling water on it. Let it just sit for about 10 minutes and strain it, and there's your ginger tea. So that hot ginger tea can be used to warm someone up. It can be used for someone's got a cold, sore throat.
One of the simplest and most popular ways to consume ginger is through ginger tea. According to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, making ginger tea is straightforward. Grate fresh ginger root, boil it in water, and let it steep for a few minutes. This tea is incredibly beneficial for colds and flu, helping to relieve sore throats and reduce congestion. The science behind ginger's effectiveness in fighting colds lies in its anti-inflammatory and antiviral properties. Gingerol, the primary active compound in ginger, inhibits the growth of viruses, while its warming properties help open up the airways, making it easier to breathe. Ginger also stimulates the production of mucus, which acts as a protective barrier in the respiratory tract. For those battling a cold or the flu, a cup of ginger tea can provide quick relief from the discomfort associated with these illnesses.
It also can be used for anyone that's got an upset stomach. So it's an anti-nausea herb. So it's not only a heaty herb, but it's an anti-nausea herb. If you buy seasickness or car sickness tablets, you'll find they're just compressed ginger. So anyone who's got a bit of nausea, so maybe if someone's pregnant, they can suck on those car sickness, or they can put a lump of ginger in their mouth and just give that a little suck over a while, or they can have the ginger tea.
In addition to its respiratory benefits, ginger is also well known for its ability to promote digestive health. Pregnant women, in particular, can benefit from ginger due to its anti-nausea properties. Many women experience morning sickness, especially in the first trimester of pregnancy, and Dr. Barbara O'Neill highlights ginger as a safe and effective remedy. The anti-nausea effects of ginger come from its ability to accelerate gastric emptying and stimulate the digestive system. By helping the stomach move food more efficiently through the digestive tract, ginger reduces feelings of nausea and indigestion. This makes ginger an excellent choice, not just for pregnant women, but for anyone who suffers from chronic nausea, motion sickness, or gastrointestinal discomfort.
So you can use it externally as well. Now what I do with the cling wrap, I fold it up a few times so it's a little bit more usable. And on top of that I'll put this square because I'm about to make a ginger poultice. And ginger poultice is specifically used for joint pain. So this can be gout, arthritis.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill doesn't just recommend consuming ginger. She also advocates for its external application in the form of a poultice. A ginger poultice is essentially a compress made by grating fresh ginger, placing it in a cloth, and applying it to the skin. According to Dr. Barbara O'Neill, this method works wonders for people suffering from joint pain, arthritis, gout, and even back pain. Ginger's external application is particularly effective in reducing inflammation. When applied to inflamed areas, the heat generated by the ginger stimulates blood flow, which helps reduce swelling and pain. The warming effect is quite potent, and many people feel an intense heat when using the ginger poultice, which signals that the remedy is working.
And I don't ever peel it. Obviously, if it's dirty, I'd wash it. And I'm going to finely grate it, and it can be used for any joint pain. It's very effective at lower back pain, especially if there's inflammation. Can you see that? That's about, I've put probably maybe a really heaped teaspoon of ginger on there. And now I'm going to make the poultice, where you fold over the top and the bottom and then the two sides. So now I have like a little parcel. And the beauty of this little parcel is that if it is a little bit wet, you've got a few layers to soak it up. And the area that's got one layer, that's the bit you'll put on the skin. And with the plastic, you want it about 1/2 inch all around. So let's say I'm going to put it on my wrist. Then I'll put it on like that. And I'll just check that the plastic is covering it. And then I would just bandage it. I'm getting very good at bandaging myself because I've had this sore. And I just love this bandage because it's just got a bit of Velcro, so it'll just stay on like that. And you can certainly leave it on overnight. But when someone has joint pain, especially due to inflammation, that can bring incredible relief.
Dr. Barbara O'Neill explains how to create a ginger poultice and that ginger works by generating heat when applied to the skin. This heat not only feels soothing, but also helps dilate blood vessels, thereby improving circulation to the affected area. Increased circulation ensures that more oxygen and nutrients reach the tissues, which promotes faster healing. This is especially helpful for conditions where poor blood flow exacerbates pain, such as in cases of gout or chronic arthritis. While many people rely on pharmaceutical pain relievers or topical treatments containing harsh chemicals, Dr. Barbara O'Neill advocates for the use of natural remedies like ginger.
But what we find is, and one lady told me her knee was very inflamed. She put the ginger poultice on, and after a few hours she couldn't believe that she could start to bend her knee. She was so excited. She said it got very hot. If it gets hot, that's an indication it's pulling inflammation out. So then she put another one on in the afternoon. Then she had a shower and put another one overnight, and when she woke up in the morning, the tissue in her knee was red, swollen with little blisters. She emailed me, she said, "What have I done?" And I said, "You've overdone it." You've just overdone it. She's just pulled too much inflammation out, which has irritated the skin. She said, "What'll I do now?" I said, "Well, you can't do a ginger poultice for probably another week." You have to let that settle down. And so I usually say to people, just do it for maybe a couple of hours in the afternoon or in the morning.
For those suffering from chronic conditions like arthritis and gout, where inflammation plays a central role, the ginger poultice can provide much-needed relief without the side effects of pharmaceutical drugs.
So that's the ginger poultice. There are some places you would never put a ginger poultice. You would never put it on tender areas. You would never put it on the eye. But I think that's a little bit of common sense, isn't it? So remember this, ginger's for joint. So joint pain, joints in the fingers, the wrists, the knees, the hips.
While ginger poultices are highly effective, Dr. Barbara O'Neill also advises caution when using them. One of her primary warnings is to avoid using a ginger poultice on sensitive or tender areas of the body, particularly around the eyes. The heat generated by ginger can be too intense for these areas, potentially causing discomfort or irritation. Additionally, some people may have sensitive skin that reacts to ginger. It's recommended to test a small patch of skin first to ensure there is no adverse reaction before applying the poultice to a larger area. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe for more health tips and information.